I bet it's gonna be Myungshik, or I don't know. Let's see who our MVP is tonight, and it is Bomber. I'm sorry, guys. It is Bomber. Really nice to see him in Pro League. Let's see how he feels.
일단 스베누라는 이름을 달고 이렇게 첫 경기였는데
This is my first match as with the team name SPENU, and I was really nervous, but I prepared really hard. I practiced really hard, and I'm really happy that the results are really good. You know, as Valdez mentioned earlier, Bomber is really young, but Kanata is pointing out that his game was as good as Maru's, who is kind of like 17 or 18 in US age. And Bomber says, rather than practicing on ladder, I just practice with my teammates. And for myself, I have really cool builds, unique builds. So rather than playing a lot of games, I try to go with the mental side of the game, try to play the mind game. Now that Bomber's made it to SBENU, every fans are just streaming. Let's see if the situation has changed for him. Because he was being sponsored by Red Bull, I think he still is, but now that he's in the team, it's different. And he says, I get to prepare for Pro League more than individual league now that I'm in a team called SPENU, and now when I do Pro League, I would get a lot of pressure if I lose, so that kind of gets on my nerves. But now the CEO of SPENU is here, Sonic, and lots of employees, and he was the first up. And Kanata is asking if he was nervous, and he says, "Yeah, I was pressured a lot, but I volunteered to go to the first set." But I still have more experience than other players comparatively to other players, so I thought it would be better if I went into the first set. And now we're going to go into that recap with Bomber and Kanata. Here, why are there so many attacking units for Bomber? Well, as you can see in the beginning build, I started with a triple command center, which is the third phase for crewing. And I went for the build with a lot of attacking units available, so I think that's why it was possible for me to have a lot of units here. And a lot of turns have been trying to copy this, as Kanata points out, but they've been failing. But Bomber was able to pull it off. And let's see if he has any know-hows or tips, at least one. He was kind of smiling here. There are lots of tips, but if I'd like to take a talk about one, in the beginning you have to rule out. That's one of the really big rules. So I just fake that I'm ruling out something, and then your opponent falls for it that you're not going greedy, playing greedy, if I get this right. But Bomber hasn't been in Pro League after Flash against Flash. Let's see how he felt coming into this match. But I did play in Kespa Cup, that's what he says. And I wasn't really nervous or anything on the broadcasted matches. I think the roster competition is going to be crazy for SPENU. And now that it's the start of round 3, Jakji and MMA is also in, Bomber also in, Myungshik also in. And he says, I haven't been able to practice with MMA, but I did play against Jakji against this. But I think he is good, but still, I don't know. But we still have a lot of teammates, so I think, yeah, the competition is on for SPENU. And Jakji and MMA, Bomber, they're one of those key players of those generations, the old beats of StarCraft 2. And everyone's been saying, some were saying that, you know, they're not going to do well in SPENU, but I guess Bomber has other thoughts on this.
SK나 KT나 이런 팀처럼
지금
굉장히 잘하고 있는
we don't have a lot of good players like SPL2015 T1, but we have lots of veterans, lots of experienced players, so we can fill those spots that SPL2015 T1 has. And for that sideshow that Kanata and Goliath, Monster, and Chester is doing, they mentioned the CEO of SPENU. Let's see if he has anything to say for Sonic, the one who makes everything possible. He's gonna do it now. The love letter for his CEO.
제가 이번에 GSL 16강 올라가게 됐는데.
Well, I made it to round of 16 for GSL, the individual league. I'm expecting you to give me some incentives. This is a love letter. This is Sonic face palm here right now.
금일봉에 대한 그런 사랑으로 마이크를
which
아예
means the incentive that you get on a day when you've done really well at the end of the day at work. Well, congratulations to Bomber, one of the old school Starcraft 2 gamer, and this was Nada and Sojong.
Great to hear from Bomber, very mature, experienced player. You mentioned that many times, something we were talking about. Great to have him on that team.
Absolutely, Valdez. So happy to see Bomber back and so happy to see him play so well. A great day of games today. Very happy, Valdez. Very satisfied. I can't wait to do it all again tomorrow.
Yep, we're going to be back. It's going to be, I don't know the exact matchups, but we're going to have the rest of the teams over here. CJ, SK Telecom, MVP, and Samsung.
That's
going
right.
to be playing tomorrow, so a lot of big teams tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah, a lot of really great teams. And here we go, look at it here. CJ versus Samsung, MVP versus SKT. Nice.
Same time, same place, 6:30 at the Nexon Arena. We'll be there. You guys better be there too.
Yes. Well said. Yep, and I'm sure we'll be having StarTale-yoe later on this week as well on Thursday.
Yep. It's going to be on Thursday. Wonder if they're going to put that up on screen.
They should do next, I believe, Valdez.
And I think we've got this all figured out.
And I think you and me will be doing all of it because Wolf's currently in Japan for the week.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting all that done. We actually didn't get to see the StarTale-yoe, but it will be this Thursday, so don't worry. We'll be getting that underway.
Yeah. Going to be doing that final group, I believe, Group B.
Oh, I forget the players, but yeah, should be.
It's going to be a good group regardless. You can find that online. But once again, it was a great day here. Some great games starting off here round of 3. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, I'm at Brendan Valdez. He's at Moonlight AU. Sojung Lim. And it's great to have our cast back, getting back in the roll of things. But guys, anyway, see you next time. Good night.